before we move on to the next scene, Eddie Murphy, how long you gonna keep messing with that daggone Billy Cosby? He in the daggone jail right now. Leave him alone.
Hey, Smoke! Ho! Hey, Paradise, let's rock! Hey, Trina! Yeah.
Okay, lovers, if you have not already done so, please remember to like and share this video because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you do not have a retirement/investment plan in place through your employer, please check out the Acorn app below. It'll change your life. Now, let's talk about Netflix Dolemite. So the show opens up. A midlife Dolemite is in the DJ booth, which is in the back of a record store, with Snoop Dogg saying, man, here go my record, play my record. Snoop Dogg said, we don't want to play that old ass shit. You wasn't successful 30 years ago and you ain't gonna be successful now, brother. You know, but he was kinder. He go back to the front of the store, discouraged and disappointed. Now he goes to his second job where he is the host of a show. Okay, now all the people just sitting there looking at him, they not enthused because he ain't giving us nothing that we can feel. So we just looking at him, okay, he looking at us, and we waiting for the action, right? But he eventually just introduces the act because he is the host of the show. And Craig T. Nelson comes out. Oh, he got some heavy hitters in this movie. But stand down. While Craig T. Nelson is shaking his groove thing or stroking whatever it is he's, going to be stroking, Rudy Ray Moore / Eddie Murphy moseys on over to the club owner and say, excuse me, club owner, you're not using me to my full capacity, okay, sir? I don't understand why my name ain't down there to the marquee. The club owner said, what? Boy bang. The club owner basically dismissed him. Brother, you lucky you got a goddamn job. Go sit your boring ass down over there next to, whoever, right? So the next day, feeling defeated, he at work, he's there with his friend Theodore. I don't know his real name. I really don't know his real name, but I know that his name was Theodore on the show. So Rudy Ray Moore is the assistant manager to the record store, and in comes a homeless dude, right? Now his buddy Theodore say, there go your friend. You better go get him. Go get your friend. So anyway, Rudy Ray Moore moseys his ass around there to the homeless dude. The homeless dude, he's spitting bars, okay? He's spitting bars, talking about people's doo-doos, flies, ugly children, your mama's this, your pappy that, all kinds of dirty jokes, right? And he around there stinking up the place. So trust me, the patrons know that his stinking ass is there, so they can hear him in all these jokes and, rhymes and stuff he was saying. Rudy Ray Moore go to the guy and say, excuse me, homeless person, can you get out of here? The guy say, homeless? Dude, I am a professional lyricist. Are you out of your mind? He was like, yeah, but I need you to get out of here. The homeless dude say, give me a quarter. Now, the next scene is him and all his buddies are at the diner. Now, included in his buddies is Rudy Ray, which is Eddie Murphy, Mike Epps, Craig T. Nelson, and his boy Theodore. I'm sorry, I don't know his name, Theodore. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sorry, Theodore. And trust me, you won't know my name either. But anyway, they at the diner, and Rudy Ray Moore is feeling self-defeatist at this point. He's like, how did my life get so small? And you know how old I am? I don't care how big my breast and my stomach are. I don't care. I'm still going to turn myself into a whole sex machine out here. And I know how to do it. The next scene is Rudy Ray Moore is down there to the Dunbar Hotel that is full of junkies and alcoholic chives like the Taj Mahal or the Tyler House down there in D.C. But, we not going, I digress. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, he down there to the Dunbar looking for the homeless dude that was spitting all them bars in his record store where he worked at a couple of days ago, right? Because he done came up with the notion, I'm about to turn myself into this homeless dude. So this was a very impactful thing right here. I said, oh, so Rudy Ray Moore stole his personality from a homeless dude? Did the nigga go back and give the homeless dude $20? Did you do anything? Did you pay homage? Did you put his ass in a hotel? Listen, Rudy Ray Moore didn't go back at all in the movie to go see that homeless dude. Now you done stole his flow. Okay, talking about, homeless cultural appropriation. Rudy Ray Moore went down there, recorded the homeless dude, gave him a good bottle. Look at the homeless dude was drunk, spitting bars the whole time. Okay, down there to the Dunbar Hotel. That is closed down, but it used to be this old bad place, child, to the junkies and everybody else got a hold to it. Now it's old, just abandoned building with a whole bunch of bullshit going on, okay? So now he back at the club, child. All them bars that he done stole from that homeless man, he putting it into action, and the crowd is entranced. Is that a word? I said, ooh, that nigga got a terrible dirty mouth. Ooh, his mouth. I just want to soak it in some damn bleach. That thing is terrible. The club love him. He's soaking it all up. The next minute you know, he's in the kitchen of his auntie. Okay, because he needs some money, because he need to make a record or an album, with his new ideal, this new man. He is now Dolemite, okay? Because before, he was making records, he was singing songs. Can't sing songs no more, baby. You got to do something different, right? So now he done came up with the idea, I'm going to make me a comedy album. And the reason why he at his aunt's house is because he begging his aunt for money because his auntie got hit by a bus, okay? And the only thing she got was, did they say $250? God damn it! So before we move on to the next scene, Eddie Murphy, how long you gonna keep messing with that daggone Billy Cosby? He in the daggone jail right now. Leave him alone. Lunel's character, the auntie, was like, when you make your comedy album, make it family friendly. Make it family friendly. He talk about nice things. I said that whatever it is that Bill Cosby did to Eddie Murphy must have really hurt his feelings, because every chance that Negro get, he is throwing a shot at Bill Cosby. Child, y'all know that ninja is in jail. You didn't have to throw that Bill Cosby part in there, you ninja. Dolemite, because he realized that financially he is not, at the peak, he decides to have his recording in his home. Okay, child, all them damn strangers in my house, child, oh my God. But there ain't nothing better than a good old house party, right? And Dolemite was the entertainment, and they were recording his album. It was amazing. Now, he took it to, the stations. Hey, I need you to play this. This is back when the DJs had control of what they played and what they did not play, child. But the studios was like, or the DJs was like, we can't play this. It's too dirty. It's disgusting, right? So then, what I applaud him for, he Mike Jones'd it. Y'all remember Mike Jones a couple of years ago, child? Ooh. But anyway, he Mike Jones'd it. And he started selling his album out the back of his trunk. I told you he worked in a record store. So he started even sneak selling it out of the record store. And what his marketing idea was to put a devil on it, to stamp a devil on it, because it'd be like taboo. Because human beings, we always want shiz that we don't have no business wanting, and we not supposed to touch it, child. How many times they done told us that the damn oven was hot, but we opened it up and stuck our hand in it any daggone way? That's just human beings. That's just how we is, child. Now we at the point where the white folks want some, child. You always know it's good when the white folks come contact your child, but at any rate, the white folks had their idea, because the first thing the white folks said was, because the album was called, Eat Out More Often. They had an idea of old Rudy Ray Moore, crawling up to the woman like he about to, eat on some, okay? And Rudy was like, no, that's not what I want to do. Rudy Ray then figured out a way so they could do the album cover where they hide that big ass belly. Now throughout the movie, he's kind of insecure about his stomach, but he realizes that he's older. He's not the ping pang pow of, he's not a Shaft. So now he's on the road, okay? He's on a tour getting money. But while he's on the road, he's on stage and he sees a fight between a woman and a man. Oh, she clobbered his ass, because what she did was she caught him at the club with his side bitch, and when he smacked her in the face, she powed his ass. I said, yes, bitch. In front of. So what he did when he got off stage, he went down there and he talked to that woman that had that 1-2 wop up pop up pow punch, okay, and he was interested in her. He was like, "Can you make us laugh? Are you funny?" Her name was Lady Reed. They changed her name to the Queen Bee. I said, ooh, let me find out that Little Kim got the Queen Bee from Lady Reed. What y'all think? So they go to the movies, and a movie that was supposed to be funny wasn't. There was no laughing. There was no entertainment. Nobody was laughing at this movie. But know that it was an entire white cast. Rudy Ray Moore came up with the concept of, you know what, we can do this. We can make a movie and it'd be way funnier than this. Now he down there to the blaxploitation filmmakers saying to him, yeah, we can't use you because you are pudgy, okay? You don't fit the bill. We can't sell you Clarence. So the next thing is they add a barbecue, right? They come up with the concept of, you know what, we don't need nobody else. Let's make our own movie. Child. Everybody pulling their money together. All his lieutenants, Mike Epps, Lady Reed, the guy Theodore, you know, he old square dude, so he gonna be in charge of the money because all his books be, you know, down to the penny. He's old, good, faithful, wholesome dude, you know, from, you know, West Kakalaki that don't know nothing, but, you know, he a good dude. Okay, he's just a good dude. So, and then Craig T. Nelson, okay, his whole crew is there, and they agree that they're going to come together to do what they need to do to make this movie happen. The next step is he needs a writer. And what he does is he goes down to the Cultural Center, okay? What it does, the Cultural Center, what it did was it showcased young actors and a hungry writer performing and doing plays and informing. And Rudy Ray Moore wanted the writer of the particular play that he watched that day down at the Cultural Center, you know, and he tried to convince the writer, why don't I know his name? I'm so sorry, guys. But what he did was he tried to convince the writer, yeah, I need you to do this with me. The writer was like, no, I need to enrich the community. What you trying to do is some fuck shit. Rudy Ray Moore said, you know what, we'll put all that in there too. We'll get Whitey, but I just need you to help me to do this so it can be right. They down there to the strip club recruiting because they need women in the daggone, you know, movie or whatever because, I mean, and they don't have nobody, right? So while they there, they see this guy, I forget his name, but it's Wesley Snipes' character. Child, he was the elevator operator in, what was that movie? Rosie's Baby, something baby, and it was a big hit, and it was Mia Farrow in it. I forget it, child. If y'all know it, put it below. Child, he, you know, they went over to him and said, hey, we need you to be in our movie. He was like, no, I don't be in your movie. Don't you know I was just in Rosemary's Baby? Are you crazy? That is so beneath me. I don't even know you, Clarence. Rudy Ray Moore say, well, can you direct? He was like, direct? Ooh, directing credits. Yikes, yes, that's what I need. Now they back at the Dunbar. Okay, now Rudy Ray Moore then figured out a deal to get the Dunbar to be the place where they shoot his movie. Okay, now the deal is I get all these junkies out of here if you allow me to stay in this building and tape my movie or record my movie. Deal, buddy. Deal. So now he living in the, you know, the Dunbar Hotel that he done cleaned up, that they ain't got no lights, no running water. I'm saying to myself, how do you live in a place with no running water? Where do you shit? So the writer's name is Jerry Jones. Now, because Jerry Jones is a writer and he works with young people down at the Cultural Diversity Center, something like that. We all got rec centers in our area, you know, unless you rich. Do rich people have rec centers in their area? But I don't know. But anyway, the writer, Jerry Jones, found some young people that are in like film school. Child, that's the key. When the kids get there, you know, the cast and crew, when they get there, they like, how we going to plug any of this up? We don't even have electricity, child, they did the old school way. Now, I'm not saying my family ever did this. I'm not saying that. But, child, what they did was they climbed on up the electric pole and connected an old wire. Now, Wesley Snipes, he in his feelings, okay? He in his feelings because he's like, this is, oh, God. I don't know if they was trying to portray the character to be somewhat, bisexual. I don't know if they were trying to play the character to be bisexual, but Wesley Snipes did an excellent job at doing whatever it was that character was, okay? But anyway, Wesley Snipes was like, so you got these young white people here? Do they even know how to tape us, child? Do you know that it's different ways of taping white and black people, child? I mean, he was on the money, but he was also Diddy Mother Hunchy that had something to offer. So the filming part was hilarious because, Wesley Snipes thought that they was basically Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey because the action scenes didn't look real, just nothing just seemed plausible about the movie. But that was him being in his pompous character because back then, real talk, a lot of movies didn't make sense. Black exploitation movies. You always got to have a black dude that hunches on a white girl. I don't get it. I don't understand. Why is that always necessary in a movie? Anyway, so they found him a good white girl to hunch, but the scene itself was so ridiculous. Wesley Snipes, his ass was drunk the whole time. He couldn't believe it because he was a trained actor and he thought that this was just crazy. So all the money is gone and they need about 10 more K to keep it pushing. Now, what happened was Rudy Ray Moore went back to his investors, the white people, right? And the white people said, now, we'll give you this 10, but if it doesn't go right, we own you. We own you, your records, everything. Buster, Rudy Ray Moore, he went forward because I guess he believed in himself that much. So now the movie is done. Rejection everywhere. Nobody wants the movie. Rudy Ray Moore is back on the chitlin circuit telling jokes, okay? He is at his last wit. He is defeated, okay? So then we go to where him and Chris Rock are together because, back then how they used to promote was you would go from radio station to radio station. I mean, they still do it, but back then that was the only source of promotion, okay? So you would go through radio station to radio station to radio station trying to promote whatever it is that you were doing, right? But Chris Rock's character, the DJ, was like, hey, man, I hear you got a movie coming out, man. Dolemite's answer was very evasive, okay? And Chris Rock, you could tell that he was a little perturbed and irritated about the fact that, buddy, I'm trying to help promote your movie, and you is giving me dust right now, nigga. What do you want? So that's when, they off the air. This is when Dolemite is honest with the DJ, Chris Rock, and says, listen, nobody wants my movie, Chris Rock say, hey, look, here you go. My cousin owned a theater down there in, I think it was Indianapolis. Go down there, maybe he'll play your movie. He went down there, visited the dude, and this guy, I forget his name, but he's a comedian. He's been around a long time. Matter of fact, he was in Harlem Nights with Eddie Murphy. He was like, so anyway, he down there talking to the movie theater owner, and he say for $500, okay? Eddie Murphy be like, oh, $500? Okay, I'll take that. That's a start. The dude say, no, nigga. You pay me $500 and you get all the ticket sales. Eddie Murphy did not expect for the place to fill up the way that it did, but he was out there promoting his show. He was his own street team. So he called his people, send them damn reels to me down here. I'm down here, trying to tell everybody to get to my show. It's going to be funny, blah, blah, blah. And he had a huge success. So now we got the white people, okay? They called them. They said, Clarence, remember when we said no? Well, now we saying yes. Dolemite and his crew sitting around the table, everybody there trying to be as professional as black nigga folks can be. And he like, okay, we got a deal. So now the crew is on their way in a limousine to the premiere, okay? Now, while they're there, they're reading some of the reviews. They're not good. Okay, the first one, Yikes. The second one, he looked at it like, ooh, so they said it was some trash and this review was bad. But it's going to make people want to come to see it. So I'm kind of excited. Child, when they got there, it was around the block. It was sold out. The 12 o'clock movie was sold out. You heard me. It was another set of people for the 2 o'clock movie. They were standing outside to get to the movie. Now, the movie ended with Dolemite out front entertaining the 2 o'clock show while the 12 o'clock show was going on. Okay, lovers, if you have not already done so, please remember to like and share and subscribe because it is so important to my success here on the YouTube. And if you do not have an investment/retirement plan in place through your employer, please check out the Acorn app below. It'll change your life. Now, remember this. The same people that you meet on the way up will always be the same people that you meet on the way down. Naysayers, my patron loves. House of NayRob. Have a good one. Deuce.